This is a very good question by Cam. He said, can you explain why everyone thinks that voodoo is evil? The short answer is because Europeans told you so. Because when Europeans took over Christianity and they went about their colonization, they decided to tell everybody that any other religion outside of theirs comes from the devil. And even though that they have similarities, because many Christian practices actually come from voodoo or voodoo, i.e. being possessed by the Holy Spirit, being possessed by a spirit in itself. That is a voodoo thing. When the Africans came across and they would begin to be possessed and shake and shimmer because their ancestors or their primary god or a sub-deity of their god would possess them, they saw that that was evil because it wasn't coming from their God, their Holy Spirit. Now, originally, even a Christian being possessed by a spirit, the Holy Spirit, wasn't the Holy Spirit. It was being possessed by a demon, because their original teachings is that only the priest and upward could be possessed by that. But they went about in colonialism, like going to India and convincing the Hindu people that their religion was a polytheistic religion, when in truth, if you study and understand it, everything is Brahman, and then all the other deities that they give names to are just the aspects of Brahman, the supreme deity. In Ifa is, I believe, it's Odamare, and every other deity is a sub-aspect of Odamare. But they went about demonizing every other religion. Now, when you force someone into your religion and you demonize their ancestral religions, after a generation or two, everybody will accept it and believe it. And then they will point out when someone has used voodoo to heal somebody, no, that's not good. But when they use voodoo to hurt someone, then they will cast that as evil, and that's what they will promote. They will promote the negative side of anything. Now, if you were to promote the negative side of Christianity in the subjugation of women, the slavery, chattel slavery that occurred, if you talk about being, rape victims having to marry their rapists, you talk about genocide in the name of Christianity, then those things are not pushed to the forefront, but actually those are validated by their book and saying that it is from the will of God. But voodoo, because it was from the African ancestry, was demonized even more so, especially with the people who was doing it from the Caribbean and the people who came out of places like Louisiana. Now, a big push of that, when 1804, when Haiti went back to their Orishas and they slaughtered the Christian white folks, then they definitely had to go and demonize voodoo so that the slaves would not go back and do that in the Americas. So it's all Europeans and Christian dominance.